Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to International Racing League Season 9 Formula Performance Series here for round 7 of the championship in China for the first race in 2021. And for this today, I'm your commentator, my name is the Present and I'm joined by Kevin Henderson. Hello.
Hello, and thanks for the little introduction there. Of course, today at China, last week we were at USA. Arguably easier to overtake. I mean, it does have the longest straight on the calendar, with the back straight being as long as it is. DRS as well. Slipstream surely will be seeing some overtakes being done on it. So hopefully some good racing, especially into this hairpin that Dark Shadow is coming through right now. Some side-by-sides, and then the final corner, maybe some crashes if people try to stay side-by-side, because it's a really off-camera corner, if you want to put it like that. Very difficult to keep it side-by-side cleanly through.
Definitely, we have the two DRS straights pretty much not that much far away from each other, so maybe we could see someone like overtaking someone at turn 14 and then just like on the backs on this main DRS straight, getting the overtake back. Like for example, one driver is overtaking someone on the first DRS straight, who would be the long one, and then just like going side by side, and then the other driver has the DRS and getting the position back. Could also be a factor who would be could be done today. So it'll be interesting to see, because of like the two DRS straights are the main overtaking spots. I don't think that we will see a surprising overtake, maybe into turn 6 or turn 11. But we are on board with Kyle Langston in the Mercedes. He's on his lap. Coming down through turn 12 and 13, a tricky corner here to find the right turn spot and good balance between gas and brakes. He's on the DRS straight. He's not activating DRS now, he is. Okay. Coming down to turn 14. I think he's getting no out of fuel. Yes, he is. But it's for first benchmark. And it would be a 138.1. What is about the next rows coming to the line? What can Michael Marlowe do? He should be the next one, I think, if I didn't miss anyone. No, Matthew Ola goes 131 point flat, and Michael Marlowe goes behind him into second, 131.4. Then we have one of the Hasses, like Brandon. No, he started his lap. One of the Red Bulls, Thomas McIver, could be on his lap. Coming through the final corner, activating the DRS. Took up the P3, 131.4. As Jared Fosbury is not. Paco Suarez on the backside. Then Sanchez Rogue. No, it's not. Then Paco Suarez should be the next driver to come to the line in AlphaTauri today. He won the race in France, and he validated in the last corner. That's unfortunately for him as Nino Romanello. It's on the DRS straight with the Hess engine. Definitely not the fastest on the engine supplier changes with the new update. I think there was an update with the engine supply update, but I'm not sure as Nino comes to the line. What can he do in the Haas? It's P4, 131.7. Not as we have one of the Ferraris. It was Jared Fosbury goes up to P6 as Tom Jewell goes up to P2. Then we should have one of the Renaults. It's Lee's going to the pits. I think, if I'm not wrong, Quinn could be the next guy to finish up his series, or else I don't know why. I think someone is in lab. He is on his end lap. Then we're going on board with Sanchez Hawk. He's also going to the pits, so I don't know what's going on. But people going to pits, But serial investor trying on the mediums in the McLaren today. What can you do? It's P8, sorry, 3.1. Behind him is teammate Shane Callear. Started his lap. What is about Thomas Traupis, who is running currently second in the championship, winning the last race in USA.
Okay.
Going down to cross the line in the burns. What can he do? And his provisional pole, 31 point flat. Good lap from him there in the car. As Luke Baker is the next guy. No validation, oh, it was close, but he didn't hold it out. And he's going up to P8. What is about Oli Flavel? What can he do? He's in serious, so we will go into the bits. Then Shane should be the next guy. This gets not the best run through turn 13. But he's still holding on his lap.
Okay, sorry about that. I was just doing something there.
Oh, good. Yes, Shane coming to the line with it activated DRS. What can he do? It's currently P8 for him. For 131.8. Do we have already some drivers on their second laps? It don't look like. As when did Sandra retired? Okay. That's definitely interesting. I thought he would be up there.
I can't really say. Not many places really to crash out on this track, especially not on your own. So maybe he had an incident.
But look at the track map.
Or maybe into the pit lane.
Yeah, look at the track map. He's in the pits because of the AlphaTauri of his teammate Paco Suarez is out on track, and I see one of the AlphaTauris in the pits. Should be Sandra's car. As Michael Malo is the first guy to go in his second run, is sitting currently in P4 with a 131.4, 4/10 of the provisional pole sitter Thomas Traupis, who looks strong in the rims as well. So I would follow him on board.
It looks like. Are you on board, Zeno?
Yes.
Okay, well, continue. Sorry, I wasn't
No,
sure.
I'll go to if you want to say something. Just say.
No, I was just trying to see. I was going to mention Shane was on a lap, or he looked to be, and it looks like he might have just run out of fuel or something.
I already, I think, set it at a lap. I see the yellow flag from him. Looks like he's rolling to the pits.
He's certainly into the pits now.
As Michael Molo is 2/10 up on his time, nearly 3/10, and purple in sector 2. Could be a realistic purple sector this time. This is coming now to the DRS rate. Activating the DRS to get a bit of more extra pace. Heavy braking sound to turn 14. Easily to lock up there. The Michael Molo is on his way to the line. Can he go on provisional pole? Yes, he can. 30.9, and Lee invalidated his lap. We've got one of the Red Bulls, should be Thomas McIver on his second run. What can he do? It's provisional pole for him. No, it's only P4 for him this time. What can Jared Fosbury is it not? It's Louis Quinlan. He invalidated his lap. Paco Suarez is on his flyer.
I was going to mention between the top two, only 64 thousandths between the two. So Michael Marlowe did take pole, but only just.
I saw Paco losing it out of turn 14 on his laps, unfortunately for him. As Kyle Langston tries it on mediums in the Merc. Coming to turn 14 now. Will he finish his lap? Yes, he is. He's coming to the final corner, activating the DRS. It's at 137.9. Behind him we have Matthew Allroad, I think, yes it is, and he's 6,000ths of a second between them. It's Matthew on
Oh,
provisional
and
pole.
off goes the Mercedes there.
It's
I'm not
Rocco
sure
goes
of
up.
his name. I did hear you say it, but
Kyle Langston.
okay.
Jared Fosbury goes up to P5. What can Tom Jewell? Tom Jewell is now provisional pole by 0.5 of a second. That's definitely good to see for him. As we have who else is on the lap? Could be Lee, only invalidated again. Then maybe Louis Quinlan. He hasn't invalidated yet. He's diving into the pits. As Brandon Glover could be the closest guy to finish his lap. I think that he is. As everyone should be behind him. So I need to get his rim up this time. As answer the twat, or however his surname is called, supporting Luke Baker. Good to see drivers supporting each other. As Brandon is on the second DRS rate. Coming on to turn 14. He will finish his lap. No invalidation. No, as close, and here it is an invalidation for him. Behind him was one of the Williams, but I don't think that this Williams was on a lap. Who could be on a lap? The other half of
No,
Nino.
I can say Nino and Rocco are about to come in. It looks like anyway, unless there's some sort of glitch with. Yeah, both of them come in, so they're finished.
As Pogosaurus. Oh, spinning again out of turn 14. Oh, that's unfortunately for me. He was going out on mediums to try it, and now he broke his front wing. That's unfortunately for him. As Cyril Investier, of course, is on his lap. Currently in P11, what can he do? It's only P10 with a 132.0. As Oli Flabel is on his out lap as well. As Jared says in the chat, Soundtrack did the Hamilton in the pits. Okay. So then your call was right, Kevin. That
Yeah.
Soundtrack crashed in the pit lane. But I think if no one else is on the lap, we could follow Olive Flabel through his lap. Oliver Kunri is sitting in P14 without setting a lap time. And the championship, Oliver Level is currently sitting P7. And he's 13 points off the lead, who is at the moment Rocco Welch. And in the constructors' runnings, we have Rocco Welch, of course, leading with Nino Romanello, who is sitting in P3. So Bit Battle Racing is their team called. Rocco and Nino sitting in P1 and 3 in the championship, as they are followed by Matthew Alder and Sanjay Sarhawk, team called Thunder from Down Under, and there are like 25 points behind them. So it could be definitely close in the Drivers' Championship, and there could be a good midfield fight in the Constructors' standings as well. So we have only after this round 4 rounds to go, I think, and they're finished for the season. So definitely a lot of points to get. But now Olive Lover is nearly finished with his lap. No invalidation yet. He's trying it on the mediums. As he has only 2 minutes left, he should dive into the pits. No, he's not. He's trying it on the mediums. What will Olive Lover do in the house? It's P13 for him. For 134.2. As the drivers are going out for the final runs now. Who is the first guy to go out? It's Tom Jewell. Going down to turn 1. Tricky corner here. It's a long right hand. It's 2 corners. And the balance between brake and gas is here definitely a tricky point to find. What is Tom's first sector time? He's up 1.5 tenths. Maybe they could be the pole lap, as Brandon needs to go out of the way. He is coming through turn 7, tricky corner. You can go full speed through here if you have the right line. Then we're on turn 9 and 10, a double left-hander. We're going down to turn 11 and low is in the way.
Yeah.
Oh, Tom did a mistake. That was not good from Luke. But Tom is on his way on the second gear side, getting a good slipstream from Olive level. A very good slipstream. That will help Tom a lot. As Ollie needs to go to the side, and he is
not on the lap, so he's gonna pull to the side. Very nice slipstream for Tom there.
Definitely a good slipstream, better than he has done it for me. As he's coming through the last corner to go on provision, probably improves by nearly 1/10 of a second. Then the drivers behind him, Louis Quinlan coming to the line to go up to P9. No, not Brandon Glover, one of the has Nino Romanello. He is on his lap currently, as Shane's on his lap, BVS is on his odd lap. Then Tom's teammate for today's race, Michael Marlowe, going down to turn 14. All on the softs currently, as qualifying is officially over now. What can Michael Marlowe really steal provision pro from his teammate? No, he's not. It's only 2 tenths between them, but it is 2 tenths. As Paco Suarez
is going to be Luke Baker next.
Paco Suarez finally did a lap. Yeah, finally Paco Suarez did a lap. He's up to P5. Kyle Langston on his final run coming through the last corner. What time can he do as Jared Fosbury is directly behind him? Kyle Langston stays in P16. Jared Fosbury goes up a position.
Yeah, Matthew Walder comes across the line. He's currently 3rd, and he's actually going to stay 3rd. I don't think there was even any improvement there.
As Thomas McEvan nearly crashed out. Okay, that was interesting. As Lee Kelly goes up to P5. Then we have Nino Romanello coming through the last corner, as he's backing off his lap maybe to save P10 to get a free tire choice. Then we have one of the Williams, and it's Thomas Jobs goes up to P3 in the Williams. Impressive from him. I think Brandon Glover should be the last one, goes up to P13. That should be awkward. Was a lot of drivers at the end coming to the line. And it's a 1,
just
2
waiting
for racing point.
Pits now.
Yep. Tom Jewell would say last one to retire his game. That would be him at this point.
And if he did say that, then he's the last one.
Just head in the Discord. And that's our grid for today. We have Tom Jewell on pole ahead of Michael Marlowe. Thomas Drop is looking impressive in the Williams today, as Matthew Alder close behind him in the Alfa Romeo. Behind them we have Lee, Jared Fosbury, Paco Suarez, Thomas McEver, Rocco Walsh, Nino Romanello, Louis Quinlan, Shane Clare, Brandon Glover, Sylvain Vessier, Luke Baker, Ollie Flavel, Kaya Langston and Sondre Zerag, who hasn't set a time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it seems a little disappointing from Matthew Alder. Obviously a P4 in the Alpha seems good, but I mean, you would think that he'd be beating a Williams in an Alpha.
Yeah. but it's looking pretty good for Thomas Traupes. He won last race and now he's sitting in the Williams in P3. Maybe get today another podium and get a lot of good points for the championship. And we have no rain, but it's pretty cloudy, so maybe mid or end race action with rain. Like I think it was last season in Belgium, the FP race where we got very cloudy, then it was rainy and then cloudy again. Or was it Belgium? I don't know, but we are waiting for the drivers to put their setups. Maybe some wing changes, or even some strategy changes. As definitely China is a bad track for the tires. Like the softs are just like living 6 or 7 laps before they're just like useless. Maybe we can see some big undercuts today. And it will be interesting to see who driver is deciding for the 2 and who for the 1 stop. And I think out of the top 10 everyone should start on the medium and go to the hards. But we will see as the formation lap is underway. Ole, in the Renault having the mediums on P5. That's interesting. As Loic Winlin, Brenton Glover, Luke Baker, Olive Level, Kyle Langston and Sondre Zarok going for the medium. And Cyril Bessier and Shane Clare going for the hards. Everyone else on soft because they are starting in the top 10.
Yeah, it seems pretty good showing from Lee then there. Obviously he has a pretty good car, which is the case with FP, but on mediums, I'm pretty sure the gap between mediums and soft is quite significant, so it's not like it was easy for him to get up to that P5, so he could be in a really good position for this race.
Yeah, he is. He is thinking of 1 driver, and he is currently sitting in P13 with 20 points. So maybe if he get a podium or maybe some better things, he could move up a lot of positions and go into the championship fight. It depends how the other drivers are sitting at the moment. As I need to check a thing. Yeah, we're damn right. If someone wants to see the currently standings, check out the Twitter channel of IRL. The championship standings was posted there a few days ago. So yeah, so we're coming with the formation up to an end. Tom Jewell leading the grid. But Kevin, fastly but surely, what's your podium prediction?
Lee, Matthew, Thomas Tropes.
I would say Tom Jewell, Matthew Alder and Thomas Tropes, but Lee in P4. As Brandon got disqualified, same as Shane. It's definitely interesting. But we're waiting for the last drivers to go into the grid positions so that we can start round 7 in China. 28 laps ahead of us. No, but Lee could also win, if I think about it. But we will see, time will tell. We're going to round 7 in China. Here we go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And away we go, and Tom got a horrible start. Michael Morris already ahead of him. Into turn 1 we go. As Tom lost a lot of positions. Matthew Alder's up to P2. As Tom's Roberts is on the inside of Thomas, same as Matthew Alder. Could he get the lead?
And Matthew Alder could actually go to the first here.
Yes, he is. He's fighting side by side.
Turn 2, and he is. Lee, it looked like in the first few corners, kind of got boxed in. He couldn't make up any ground right now, but he is also trying to go alongside with Tom Jewell, I should say. Of course, Tom Jewell was the pole sitter.
He's under pressure.
5th now.
He's
as
under pressure
Lee
from
should
Lee,
be
yeah.
able to hang him out to dry, and he does up into P4 now. So Lee finally making up some places, but a bad start from Tom.
Yeah, definitely the better. I know that he's a better server. As we have one of the Tories was, I think, Pacosaurus going for a move into turn 9 it was. But impressive start from Mashiolo. He's already leading by nearly 1 second. Okay, that's definitely a good thing for Mashiolo. His Micromama was still on P2. And the McLaren behind goes wide. Should be Shane Calais. So one of the Red Bulls pulling out for a move. The Red Bulls under each other as Luke is ahead. Will Thomas do a move into turn 14? No, he's not, but behind him we have Olive Lavelle going down the inside on Thomas McIver. They're still side by side as Ollie is ahead. Now Thomas McIver is under pressure from Brandon Glover. It's a bit of a slipstream party.
It looks like Tom is still pressuring Ollie Flavely. He's going to try and go around the outside again. Of course, he's on the softer tyre. It is only lap 2. It says 3, but they've only done 1 lap so far. And the superior grip for now is helping him to get it back in front. You were saying the 2 DRS straights at the start would be making some overtakes, and even though Ollie was able to get past initially, Thomas was able to make do with the DRS to get it back round.
Oh, and Pacosaurus had a little incident with Luke Baker there. He's now losing 2 positions and he's side by side with Olive Lavelle. But yeah, as you said, yes, a softer tire should be an easy one for him. Goes around the outside. In turn 8 has a horrible camera angle. As I think the timing should be fixed now. As we have
and Tom Jewell just got passed by Jared Fosbury there.
Tom
Looks
Jewell,
quite recent.
yeah, Tom Jewell, the pole sitter. Looks like he's a bit bottling, but hopefully not too much. And Lee Kelly.
Now Lee Kelly's actually going for a move now. He's going
maybe
to
a
go
double
to the
overtake.
right hand side of Thomas Straupes. He's going to go down the inside of Marco Marlowe as well. He's going to go a little bit deep, locking up his tires a little bit. But he is actually going to make that move work up into second place and on the mediums.
Yes, what a move from him. Double overtake on the straight without DRS, but now Thomas Straupes is in his slipstream. He's defending it with the ERS. Smyfield already leading by nearly 2 seconds. But Thomas Straupes looks like he could do a move. What is going on the field behind? No one wants to go side by side through turn 1. Spagasaurus is in the pits. As we have a bit bit of a gap between Thomas McIver. What happened? Oh god, I just saw Tom Jewell dropping positions. He crashed out.
Oh, yeah.
And I would say that's his race over without a safety car. I'm feeling bad for Tom.
Presumably an incident with Rocco Walsh. I guess he was the one behind him. It looked like he was losing out a little bit to Jared Fosbury, and also wing damage as well on that car.
Jared Fosbury's now under pressure from Michael Marlowe. The other racing point, a little of a switchback from Jared Fosbury's return 13 there. Now Michael Marlowe's going into his slipstream. He hasn't a DRS at the moment. Will he try a move?
Oh, and he
no,
backs
he's
out
not.
there.
Oh my god.
Be sensible and not go for it.
No, it looks like that Louis Quinn was locking massively up, nearly going to the back of Rocker Walsh. As Brandon and Sondra fighting side by side on the way to turn 16 it is. As Sondra looks like he's ahead for the first, but Brandon has now the DRS. He's gaining and gaining, but it's not close enough to try move around the outside or the inside, both on the same tires, as Sondra is up to P11 after starting last. What is going on for up in the field as Loic Windler nearly was going for a move into turn 6. As Lee is closing in the gap to Matthew. Looks like that the softs are starting to fall off at the moment, and the mediums should be getting the better tower in the next few moments.
Yeah, and I was going to mention as well, the top three have broken DRS the rest of the field, and they are starting to get visually a significant gap. If you look, it says yellow flags. That's for Red Bull, and that's Thomas MacGyver off.
Yeah. I'm currently on board with Lee. Looking how he's gaining on Matthew. What is going up further back in the field. As Rocco Welsh may be looking for a move onto Michael Marlowe. He's on the inside and he's ahead of the corner already. As Siren Vessier and Olive Lavelle. Siren Vessier on the inside. Nearly Shane was driving to the back of Ollie there. But he could have avoided it.
Nino Romanello may well go for a move here. He's going to go to the left of Michael Marlowe. Michael Marlowe, of course, he did qualify in second, and Nino's going to go right around the outside there into turn one, and it looks like he does have the move done up into P6.
Yeah, good
Michael Marlowe now under pressure from Louis Quinlan as well.
It looks like the race points are not looking the same pace or strong as like in the qualifying. It's very unfortunately for them.
And Louis Quinlan really close. He is actually going to go for a dive. And looks like he's going to make it on the exit. Superior grip, really, on those mediums at this point. So you can kind of tell the mediums are the better tire to be on, especially with the top two. Lee really closing in on Matthew Alder.
Yeah, we're still on board with Lee now. He should be the fastest guy at the moment with the tires. Oh, it's a lot of tires also on the mediums, but it looks like Lee is getting the lead on the start, not start finish right on the backs right now. He's already close to Matthew Alder. Is Matthew Alder defending?
He may well be alongside before they even get to the DRS.
And we have rain.
Actually, there's a little bit of rain there. You were mentioning it was a little bit cloudy, and the rain is actually coming down now. So maybe it was a strategic choice from Lee to be on those mediums to try and make sure he can make it to the rain. Other people might have to pit, he may not. So he's actually in a perfect position. The tires are quicker right now, and he can take them longer.
Yes. Luke's under pressure from Michael Marlowe. Michael Marlowe passed Luke now, I think. As Sandra's looking hungry behind him. Looks like that the rain is picking up massively, so hopefully Sandra can pick up a lot of positions now. Would be good for his race as well. As the rain looks like it's getting a lot of now. As Nino overtakes Louis, I'm not sure.
Oh, and Sondre actually, I was on board with him. He got a little bit better of an exit and actually tapped the back of Michael Marlowe. Luckily, neither of them end up going around. No damage for Sondre either. But it seems like Sondre does have a little bit better grip. Of course, the mediums are going to help with that.
I was a little bit slippery back and forth from Michael Marlowe as Sondre goes down the inside. No, it's not. Don't want to risk it in turn 7. But the rain is definitely picking up a lot.
Yeah, and someone who is going to enjoy the rain coming down is Brandon Glover, because he tends to go quite well in the rain. He has said many times that he does enjoy a bit of rain, so I can't imagine he'd be too unhappy, but he is going to be unhappy now as he goes straight into the back of Sondre Sorhog.
Oh no, Sondre! Oh my god, I'm feeling so bad for Sondre and for Brandon. They both did a really good job. And now they're... Oh my god.
Would you call that a commentator's curse? When I was saying that Brandon was maybe going to be happy with the rain and then he goes straight into the back, but on another note though, Louis Quinlan just went down the inside of Nino Romanello there.
Maybe
and he's up into P6, so he's actually on a bit of a charge right now.
Could
starting
be
11th.
As a few drivers are going to the pits. Oh no. Although it is Michael Marlowe and Silver Investor as they're in each other in the pits. As the game says, Michael, you're ahead. As like Quinlan looks like he's faster than Rocco Welch. All are struggling at the moment. I don't want to be one of the soft runners at the moment, as they're pitting for inters. I don't want to be on these softs at the moment because
of... Doesn't look like any spray coming off the dry tires, so it doesn't seem the right option right now.
Yeah, but Yeah, a
But
little bit.
those softs are certainly going to be going off.
Yeah, the
So it's
thing is,
kind of
like,
a balance.
yeah, with the little bit rain there, and the softs were like critically at this moment. As Louis Green goes around the outside and turn 8 on Rocker Walsh.
DRS disabled, so it looks like it is the right choice of tire right now, actually.
Enabled, yes. So most of the times I would say when Cody's are enabling the DRS, then we should have the pit stops. As Lee is having a 4-second lead and Thomas is 5.6 seconds behind Matthew Alder there. Was that your podium prediction between them three?
Yeah, right now it's correct.
Okay. As
It just depends if Matthew's gonna catch up under the wet conditions or not, because it looks like everyone's
they're
gonna be
pitting.
pitting now.
Oh, there will be a lot of traffic in the pits, especially in the midfield. But
Yeah, Matthew Alder might end up holding Lee for a second year, because he's gonna be going past his grid slot.
I think Thomas
Or
has
his,
the best pit for
No,
a moment
actually, he
because he's in the last pit stop. As the Ferraris are double stacking. Like everyone is on the
Matthew's getting
pits.
held, is he? I'm not sure. No, he's not. It
No, he's
looked like
not.
he was getting held by Thomas Tropies there. It's just the game holding them for a few seconds longer than they were actually there. But a 5-second gap between Lee and Matthew Alder right now. It all depends on how quickly Matthew Alder
Yes,
can close
one
that
of the
gap, and
Mercedes is
also
out.
if he can make the move.
One of the Mercedes is out. It's Kyle Langston with
A
VSC.
virtual safety car.
I think Kyle Langston spun out of turn 13 because we have a lot of wet things. Wet things. Yeah, wet things. Okay, then. A lot of I'm stupid. I don't find the word I wanted to say.
Yeah.
But Pacosaurus is still on the mediums.
What will be interesting between the top two, Matthew can gain a lot or lose a lot. And I have seen Lee Kelly get drive-throughs before under virtual safety cars like this.
Yeah, I love drivers.
So maybe he's going to have to be a bit more careful if he can get a good restart, Matthew Alder.
Just so
looks like he has actually lost a few tenths there. A few extra
a
tenths.
few moments ago, Pacosaurus was like not in the pit and he just like destroyed some boards in the braking zone for turn 16. But it looks like no overtakes. Like now the thing is getting interesting because we have the long DRS rate without DRS, but with ERS and slipstream. So will we see some overtakes being done? I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm following for a moment. Cyril Investier definitely wants to overtake Mike Romano, who is back into P5, okay. So I have only 3 time penalties given in this race. It's for Nino, Luke and Paco. But the thing is, in the rain, you have longer braking zones and the car is not speeding up that much that could kill the DRS. A lot of down. So there will be a lot of ERS playment there. As Sandra passed Ollie for P12. So hopefully Sandra is getting a bit of a fight back. He has a good car for today.
What is actually interesting is that the two that pit the lap before for Interest have actually gained quite a bit. I'm not sure if you mentioned that or not.
Yeah,
but,
0-0.
the two of them running 5th and 6th. Michael Marlowe, if you remember before the pit stops, was running behind Louis Quinlan, and he's now down in 10th. So really, really good strategy and good call by both of them to be pitting a lap earlier.
Yeah, definitely. They both are fighting between each other a bit. But I think in sector 2 we don't see a single overtake being done.
Between the top two, by the way, it looks like Matthew Alder is just losing time right now. The gap, 5.9 seconds. If you remember back to the start of the end of the VSC, it was 5.3. So he's lost about 6 or 7 tenths since the restart.
As Pacosaurus spun again out of turn 14, and he will be led very soon by Lee Kelly. And if I don't think that Paco is going for the bits, because there's no wing damage, it looks like. Serum Baser is not close enough to come close to Michael Marlowe. Sandra Zorok built already a 2.1 gap to Olive level. So like Finland is going to get what I just said, look, Baker under pressure now. Sandra is already in the 1 second gap of Shane, but so it looks like Sandra has a good pace in the rain. Hopefully no commentator scores now. It looks like he has a good pace in the rain. Hopefully he can make up some places.
Between the top two again, Matthew Alders keeps losing, so really someone else who looks to be pretty good in the rain is Lee Kelly. 6.4 seconds separating them.
As I saw in the chat that Sandra replied to Jared's call with Sandra did the Hamilton. Sandra said not exactly Hamilton, and it was actually his AI. Still a bottle though. Yeah, I could agree with that. As Kyle Langston also says that he has a slab of unders here. That's what I thought out of turn 13. Who caused the VSC for a moment.
Oh, I just seen Michael Marlowe. He's doing a lot of moving. He's trying to break the tote desperately from Vezier behind him, but he's not quite able to do it. And Nino Romanello also closing up to the two.
As Pacosaurus retired from position, it looks like he crashed out of the last corner, who is turn 16. And we have a safety car.
Full. Oh, this might not bode well for Lee Kelly.
Oh,
he
yes.
was pulling quite a big gap. The gap ended up being 6.9 seconds. Just at the end of the start of that safety car there. I saw it was 6.9 seconds. Now all that gap that he's made up is going to come down.
Drive through penalty for Thomas Chopis in P3. That's so unfortunate for him. Oh my god.
And also me, because if they kept going like this, I would have been right, but doubtfully he's going to make that much time now.
Yeah. As if I know right, you can't surface drive through under a safety car.
Yeah.
Hopefully no one's doing a Tom Jewel. Overtaking the safety car. As being the leader of a race. But also was a bug. So, yeah. So I'm checking some things.
What this does do actually is put Jared Fosbury in a top 3 position. Legitimately top 3.
You're right. Maybe we can see our currently championship defender getting a podium today. Would be a second one this season. As he got one at the start of the season in Australia. He got a P3 there. But we need to say that Jared Fosbury is driving on his pad. And it looks like on the way he's starting the controller. He's warming up his hinders. Yeah. And what happened to Michael Marlowe? Oh, he's pitting. Does he have wing damage? I can't see it now. But there is definitely a guy with a front wing. Or did I saw it wrong? I was just refreshing his tires. Okay, a lot of drivers are in the pit as well. Sondre Zorok's pitting for fresh softs. Okay, we have not longer the intermediate, we have the fresh softs now. need to check one thing definitely. Yeah, as I can do the announcement as Kaya Langston, aka Dark Shadow, drove his last race for FP today. He wants to get dropped down to a position, to a reserve. As he says in the chat, thanks for letting me participate in FP. Enjoyed it. All good, Kaya. Hopefully we see you next season, or maybe in one of the last races. Could also be a possibility for reserves. But I know you gave your best. So, yeah, still Nino and Luke with 2 penalties and Thomas with his drive-through. The safety car should come maybe in this lap if Thomas McGavre can come back fast to the field. Little less drifter from Lee. Maybe we see the tires are coming because of the rain is so much rain. Oh, Wesley, nearly the down jewel. Or it wasn't a down jewel, it was just like a bug from the game. But he nearly drove in the back of the safety car. Burnt my lander, wouldn't left like that. Yes, he was locking up as well. I don't know what I should say now because of like the rain. I don't want to call it wrong things because the rain is so much coming down, and the track is looking outside of the ideal line, pretty much completely wet. So maybe we see the full wet tire coming into play.
And if that happens, then we may see Thomas Troby's trying to stick it out on mediums.
I'm saying soft, you're saying mediums.
Yeah, he might try and stick it out on inters to try and make back some of the positions that he lost. It'll be slower, but if it does end up being like that, it might be his best option.
No, could be the case. Maybe he's driving with his mediums. A few laps more, then it could be because of if we're going to have a little section with the wet tire, then maybe the track is getting a bit drier if the rain goes being less.
And that was someone in the pits, Louis Quinlan.
Let's go on board with him. Will this be the car for wet tire? No, it looks like he's going on to inters.
Maybe he's going on to mediums for softs.
Yeah, wanted to say the same.
Yeah, fresh set of inches there.
No.
Do you have damage? I wasn't actually looking. Just a standard stop?
It looks like, yeah. I'm not sure either. But I think the safety car should come in this lap. Then we can go to clean flag racing. Yes, good day. Green flag racing. Yeah, let's see. But the rain is heavy. Hopefully the drivers can get some temperature in. Because of driving on cold inters in these conditions is not the best thing. A safety car comes in as
car.
The lights are going out on top of the safety car. Now Lee has control of the pace on his medium or softs. Yeah, let's see what he does. It looks like he is more drifting, like doing left right to one of the tires. Looks like the drivers are more drifting than doing that. I have the telemetry for Lee to see when he's going full throttle. He could go now because of Matthew building a bit of a gap in behind him. Thomas Strobis is, as Thomas Strobis is backing off the field a bit that he can't surface drive through.
And off goes Lee.
Yeah, and Lee goes back as we're green again. Free to race.
And this is really good for the top two as well, because with Thomas Sharpie's going in within the next 3 odd laps, if they can get a little bit of a move on, they'll be able to get out of Jared's slipstream and keep him out of it.
Yeah, indeed. Thomas Strobe is already losing out a lot of seconds. It's more like 1 second. Same as Jared Fosbury.
Oh, and Louis Quinlan down in 15th, but he's going for a move on Tom Jewell.
Around the outside he goes. I have horrible camera angles, thanks Cody's. But it looks like he got the position, yes. And he's dead. And now Thomas McAva's doing pressure on Tom Jewell, or pole sitter. Sitting in P15. So I will go back very soon to look what is going on for up the field, as Lee already has a 1 second gap to my Fjolder, and he's doing a lot of tenths out of it now. So Lee looks like it's faster in the wet conditions. As Michael Marlowe and Shane are side by side, and Michael Marlowe is ahead of the corner. Will Thomas drop his surface drive-through penalty? No, he's not. Then he has 2 rounds to go to do it. What is about Jared Fosbury? Jared Fosbury has a comfortable gap to Zero Investor, 1.2 seconds. He is closing in on Thomas. What's going on between Tom and Thomas? Thomas is not close enough to try a move on Tom Jewell. Now it's going down the inside, out of nowhere into turn 2. But he is not ahead. Maybe on the way to turn 6. But it's definitely not close enough. So maybe Nino Romanello is closing in on Zero Investigator. And Jared Fosbury is getting a bit of a gap to Zero Investigator. But Nino has time penalties that won't help him. So he locks up a bit. Thomas Travis is close to Matthew Alder, but I don't think he will do a move because of his need to service time penalty. Drive-through penalty, not time penalty. Sandra Zarok sitting at the moment P11. Only a few more meters behind the points. As Shane and Rocco going for Rocco down the inside on Shane, and side by side.
Thomas Jarvis.
Okay, as they're still side by side, Shane and Rocco, and Shane has the inside line. Rocco looks for a little bit of switchback as Rocco fights back, are side by side to turn 1. Shane will have the inside line, but Rocco needs to go around the outside as Shane is ahead. But Rocco goes out of nowhere with a switchback down the inside of Shane. There of the beautiful camera angle on Sandra's car as Shane is now on the inside. Gave Rock a bit of a bump. Maybe Sandra can improve out of this in the position as Sandra is coming closer to him as Rocco wants to defend the inside line, but it was not needed. As Sandra goes really now down this side because the Rocco goes wide, but it all stays like it was. There's a little sound bug on Sandra's car. Oh, Luke Baker nearly lost it out of turn 11. That won't help him. Maybe we see an overtake by Michael Marlowe. We already activated his ERS. Luke hasn't. So Michael Marlowe is gaining and gaining. On the straight, pulling out, and will be ahead out of the corner. Rocco Welch now not close enough this time to try and move on Shane. Under braking, he locks up, was so close. But he managed it to don't have a crash. Let's look Baker. Wants to fight back on Michael Marlowe, but is definitely too far away. What can Rocket Walsh do in the slipstream of Shane? Nothing for the moment. Tom Jewell, nicht Thomas Jewell. Closing in on Oli Flavel. As Thomas not be able to try and move. I'm feeling still bad for Thomas that he got this time drive-through penalty. But Jared Fosbury is closing in on Matthew and the rain is getting less. Interesting. Maybe we get some soft action. But I don't think it will dry up that much until the end of the race. But Jared Fosbury is really closing in on Matthew Alder. As Matthew Alder has a lot of more ERS than Jared. Both are using the ERS. But Jared is in switching, gaining a little bit. We need to keep an eye on this fight for P2. With a little group building behind Michael Marlowe. Goes all the way down to P11. As Shane looks like he's the closest guy to try and move. He got a bad exit. Romanello's close on Silva Investier. Still has his 3-second time penalty. He's got a bad exit out of turn 3 or 4. Oh, there was a bit of contact, but it don't look like that it was hard enough for wing damage for Nino, so that's good for him. What is going on now? A battle. It's pretty close between Sandra, Rocco, Shane and Luke. And Brian from behind is closing in. It's Rocco Walsh. Looks like he's going for a move. No, it's not. As they both go wide, I will give Sandra a little bit of a chance there to do a move. But he's not fast enough. But now he gets a better exit than Rocco Walsh. He's using his ERS now. It's gaining and gaining and gaining. Pulls out for the inside line, turn 14, but he is ahead before the corner comes as he touches Shane's back and there a bit. And Zondra is back in the points. I'm not sure if he got
And
already.
while that was going on, Tom Jewell also got past Ollie Fell
Okay.
for 13th, of course. Tom still has a lot of work to do if he wants points, especially given he started pole, don't forget, but doesn't look likely right now.
Sandra is now looking for a move on Shane, but he isn't be able to do a move there, as he is not closing in to try a risky move into turn 6. Still no changes between Jared Fosbury and Matthew Older. As Lee is leading the field away with 5.2 seconds, 9 laps left. Or 8, I don't know. Thomas McIver is close to Olive level. There's a little bit of contact there, but no wing damage. So Thomas lost his back end there a little bit.
And Sondre Sorg's really close to the back of Shane. Shane had a little bad of an exit. He had to correct his rear end as well. Sondre will be in the slipstream. He's going to be using overtake, as will Shane. But down the back straight, will the slipstream be able to help Sondre to get past? He's going to be looking at a move down the inside, but he's not going to go for it. Shane maybe down the inside of the loop. No, he's going to stick behind for now, and all three file through in the same order.
As we have behind Brandon and Louis fighting.
And Nino as well up for P4 here. Down the inside of turn 1.
Oh,
actually, Vezio is going to go back down the inside. A switchback move from the McLaren driver, and he might actually be able to pull it off. Nino's still trying to hang it on the outside. He's got a front wing alongside still. They're still side by side in the exit. He's going to be trying to get the traction down as Nino. He's the one trying to make this overtake, don't forget. He's going to be on the outside now. Still side by side. He's going to go for a switchback move, and it might just work here out of turn 6 going into turn 7 and 8, the little S section here, and Nino is going to get it up into P4. A nice battle, a nice switchback from Nino.
Sandra's finally out of Shane. Sandra's finally out of Shane. Shane wants to fight back around the outside in turn 7. Yes, now the inside line. Sandra needs to fend around the outside. It goes so wide. Maybe he's going on the inside. Yes, he is. Shane gives him the space he needs to. Sandra needs to cut the corner a bit. Push Shane wide, still side by side on the way to turn 11. As Matthew Alder legged out. He has left the session. Oh, that's not good for him. Jerry will pass him now. Yes, he is. On the straight. As Shane and Sandra still fighting.
Yeah, Rocco Walsh is getting involved in this as well on the inside. He's trying to pick up the pieces, but it doesn't look like anything's going to come of it, because Sondre Sorhog has found a lot of straight line speed here. He's going to go down the inside of Shane once again, but this time he's a little bit more alongside, and this time he's going to go down the inside and make the move just before the corners. In the background as well, it's Louis Quinlan and Tom Jewell going at it for P12 there. Louis Quinlan on the outside, he's going to take that P12.
It's Matthew
and that
Alder's
looks
back.
like, I think Tom Jewell's trying to make a move on Louis Quinlan, so he's trying to make it places back up in this race.
Matthew Alder joined back. He has now a 1.8 second gap to do on Jared Fosbury. Unfortunately for Matthew there. But it's a big battle.
And it is really drying up right now, we should mention.
Yeah, and the rain stopped, I think.
Might well end up being slicks at the end.
I don't think the drivers will go for like maybe 2 or 3 laps on soft. I think there will be definitely one guy who tries to hold the inters to the end. But Sondre Sorg looking like he has a lot of pace in this car today. He's at the back of Luke Beckers. I don't have the timings. Can I have the interval gap, please? Cowlies? I would appreciate that. Sondre's still closing in on Luke. Is Luke a bit struggling for a grip there? As Luke has also a time penalty. So is Sarah Invest here. As Nino's up into P4 at the back of my Fiora here on the straight.
what this does do for Nino as well, it allows him to get a bit of slipstream off Matthew Walder. Matthew Walder should be, or you'd expect him to be, quicker than Jared Fosbury.
As he's
He
going down the
should be closing in on him.
inside. And looks like Matthew Walder like again out. Yes, he is. Oh, that's so unfortunate for Matthew. We could lose his P4 now into the barrier.
Oh, and his
Matthew Walder's AI.
Maybe,
Oh my god.
maybe he's going to be blessed. You never know. If he goes in for 6 now, maybe it's time for 6, and the AI knows it, and just people haven't got the call. We'll see what he goes on though.
Sandra is into P6 now. He was overtaking Luke. Sandra really fights.
Those are more inters.
Okay.
So the game just pit Matthew for no reason.
Oh my god. Oh my god. There's so much good points and important points for Matthew Walder here, especially for the constructor standings. As Sandra is closing in massively in Silver Investor for P5.
Yeah, Shane and Louis Quinlan are going side by side right now. Louis either fended off or made a move on Tom just a lap or two ago, and now he's trying to go down the inside of Shane. He almost hits Shane there, going a little bit deep with a little bit of understeer. Still side by side. He's trying to hang it around the outside. He's going to try it down the inside, but he's actually going to make a little bit of contact, and now Tom Jewell becomes a casualty as well. He gets some damage.
Oh my god.
For Louis Quinlan, I don't think he got any, but he's not going to be able to make that move, and it doesn't look like he's close enough at all. Certainly out of DRS range now.
Oh, that's so unfortunate for Tommy. He was fighting massively back to get into the points to save minimum of 1 point, and now he gets swing damage again. As Sandra Starks at the back of Zero Investor pulls out, and he should be ahead of the corner. Yes, he is. Maybe we could see Sandra on the podium if he is overtaking Nino and getting into the 3-second gap of Nino, where he should be very soon. Maybe we could see a podium of Sandra Zarok. But Luke is closing in on Brandon. I'm still feeling bad for Matthew. Lagged out twice and then just like his AI pitted him. I don't think he rejoined, or I just missed it. As Tom Jewell is pitting for softs. Okay.
It's a gamble, but it might pay off, you never know.
Could be.
I mean, he has to pit regardless, and if he pits and has to pit again, it might end up being slower in the long run.
Yeah. It is. Let's have an eye on the gap between him and Matthew Walder. At the moment he's just losing time. Louis Quinlan after his little crash here. Matthew Walder's back. As Louis was going for a move into turn 10 on Shane, and he clipped his rear a bit and saved his car. As we have Thomas Chopez at the back of Oli Flavel, but now like Quinlan is looking in the slipstream of Shane to get an opportunity to go down the inside into turn 14. He is on the inside line, he locks up a bit. Shane is maybe trying for a little switchback, it didn't work out. As we have a yellow flag, it's sector 3. Is that Matthew? Yes, it was. As Luke and Shane pitting, maybe now it's soft time. And I want to see it. Yes, it is. They're pitting for soft. I can't see the gap between Shane and no, between Lee and Jared should be quite big. As Rocco Walsh is at the back of Silver Investor's car. He's looking like he's a bit faster now. So maybe if some drivers pitting now for softs, Then we need to see what our leader is doing. Because if it takes the risk to pit, it couldn't be bad for him in the end. But we need to wait and see for a moment. Going on with Philly. Is he pitting? No, he's not. He's staying out. So Rocco is closing in a little bit on Silver Investor and the slipstream. As Ross. Oh my god! They'll touch, but Sylvan saved his car. Ross is in the chat. Hello, Ross. He supports Rocco here a bit. It's Brandon, I just saw, is coming to this fight. Silver Investor has a little of a bug. Was wound up down for a moment, but he's not anymore. So if yellow flags, sector 3 should be one of the Red Bulls. I think it's Luke Baker. So Rocco is closing in so massively. Multiple little contacts between him and Sylvain. So Rocco has a bit of better exit than Sylvain got. No move into turn 6. Rocco looks like he's definitely a faster guy of them both, but Sylvain still manages to hold his position. Sylvain has a time penalty, so Rocco don't needs to overtake him, definitely not. As Sandra is close on Michael Marlowe, and they're both in the 3-second window of Nino's time penalty. Still 3 seconds. If Sandra gets the move on Michael Marlowe, then we will have Sandra on the podium. That would be a massive overdrive, as he's coming closer and closer without ERS. As Michael has nearly no ERS. And Sandra a lot of, as finally Rocco Walsh passing Silver Investor. Now Brandon Glover will have a look on Silver Investor as well. Is already ahead of him as Silver Investor touches Brandon Glover's back, and Brandon is looking for a switchback on Rocco Welch there.
And it looks like Sondre might be using his overtake now. He's going to try to go around the outside, but nice defending from Michael Marlowe. He places his car quite nicely, and he's going to be able to hold him off for now.
Yeah, definitely. Hopefully Sondre gets his podium. I talked to him earlier on today. If I could see him on the podium, he says it's a bit of a possibility, but he don't think, and now he's fighting for the podium. It's only 2 laps left.
Closing. I wouldn't be surprised if he was making a move on the next straight.
Yeah. That's just like Lee dominating. But Sondre needs to close in, and that track looks like completely dry, as we have Red Bull spinning and at 14. As we have DRS enabled, and now Sondre Zorrox is driving over the point for the DRS. Will he get the DRS? Yes, he is. He got the DRS. He's coming closer in the slipstream with the DRS and DRS. Michael has nothing to defend. Sondre is gaining. Michael Marlowe defends the inside line. Sondre goes round the outside into turn 14, and here's that Michael Marlowe is going for a little of a switchback as they made contact a bit, but they're all saved the car. But Sondre needs to wait again. Oh, nearly a time penalty for Sondre there.
As again Lee's pitting. Lee's in the pits. Why did Lee pit? He's just handed the win really to Jared Fosbury, unless... Why?
Maybe
is he going to be able to make up that time in
maybe
in
to
one
save
lap?
a puncture.
He has a lot of overtakes to make.
Yeah, maybe it's puncture. We are in the last lap, and Jared Fosbury is leading this race. What is going on in the last laps? as Saunders has a secured podium, maybe a P2 now. As Nino still has time penalty. Oh my god, what's going on now?
There's no way Lee's gonna make up this time.
Mm-hmm.
Not enough corners.
Maybe he won to secure his tires ahead of puncture. What is going on to Nino? Has Nino a puncture? Yes, yes, right front. What is going on now? As Lee's ahead of
Kelly's
Sondre.
going up for P3 now.
Oh my god.
You can see the grip difference. He's now going to breeze past Michael Marlowe down the inside.
That could be crucial for Sondre. It's a bad exit here.
It's all down to this though. Lee Kelly, he's pit the previous lap. He's had such a better exit.
And he's getting the lead
up
back.
To the final hairpin. I can imagine Jared's really going to be defending this. He's going to pull to the left-hand side and going into the hairpin on the final lap of the race.
Sondre goes around the outside.
Sondre Sorog is around the outside of Michael Marlowe. He's going to get squeezed. Going for this,
side by side. Sondre has the
P3 now,
opportunity. Sondre is on the inside of Michael Marlowe. He is ahead of him, and Lee takes the win ahead of Jared Fosbury, and Sondre Sorog comes home to take third and a podium for Sondre Sorog. As Nino comes to the line with a puncture, maybe to secure his P5 on time penalties. Olive Level comes home to take 6. Rocco Welch also has a little bit of puncture. P7 for him. Sylvain Vestier on softs, getting P8. Thomas Traub is after try-through penalty getting P10. Louis Quinlan is out of fuel here. So Matthew Otto could take a P11. No, he's not. What about Shane? Shane is way far off. He's coming to turn 16 now. Final corner for him to come home to take Sordine's position. Luke Baker. Bad luck from him a bit. Goes to P14 as Tom and Thomas fighting at the last lap. Thomas has a bit of an opportunity now. Last corner. Okay, we'll take P16 because Thomas has a time penalty, and that's the race over. What? And dramatic finish. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Sondre Sorog is driver of the day. Starting in the last position of the grid, but Lee takes a dominant win after pitting for softs and then getting the lead back in the last lap, like getting 7 seconds out of them. And Jared Fosbury will be happy with his P2 today, and definitely Sondre will be happy with his P19 or P18 to P3 drive. Oh, what a race.
In hindsight, I guess it was a better option for Lee, especially given that Nino got that penalty right at the end, going through Sector 2. I mean, really, you have to say
call.
A masterclass from Lee. He got every strategy right, really. Starting on the mediums, being quicker at the start, and then obviously going the second last lap. He didn't have to, but he covered the puncture and was quick enough to take it back anyway.
Yeah, but our final grid is Lee Kelly winning out of Jared Fosbury, Sondre Sorog, Michael Marlowe, Nino Romanello, Olive Level, Rocco Walsh, Martin Glover, Cyril Vestier, Thomas Traub is Louis Quinlan, Matthew Aldo, Shane Calais, Luke Baker, Tom Jewell, and Thomas McGowan. Retirements are Paco Suarez and Kyle Langston. I done it with these last few seconds left in the session to call every name as Jared is happy that the pace returned. As I don't know if everyone has an invite to the party here. What an end of the race. Oh my god. He took the risk and goes into the pits for the soft, getting the lead back. We saw Nino Romanello getting a puncture. Maybe Lee wanted to secure the puncture. Maybe he calculated right that he's getting the lead back, but in turn 14 he got it, and he's the winner of today's race. Sanjay says in the chat, well, it was a difficult race for him, but what a finish. Yes, Sanjay, indeed. I agree with that. Good try from you. As hopefully we see us shortly in the interviews. So I need to check if everyone has an invite. Jared is already in. But Sanjay should be added. No, Sandra is added. And we have Trevor already in, as I say. Need to wait for other two. There's Sandra and Lee. Then I think we can start with the podium interviews for today's race. And today's race winner is Lee Kelly, winning from, I think it was P5. Let's talk about the risky move in the last 2 laps, or in the last lap, pitting for softs and getting in 1 lap the whole lead back in turn 14. 2 corners to go. Yeah, what do you thought? You wanted to be safe for puncture, like got a puncture. You wanted to be safe from it with the pit stop.
I saw. I never I wasn't paying attention to. I saw that DRS got enabled. I was like, I'm gonna pit because my tires were 85%. I was like, these aren't making it to the end. So I went in. I gambled. I thought I might have screwed it. Then I realized that I didn't realize how close that Sandra, Jared, Nino, and Michael. I didn't realize how close they all were together. So yeah, I just pushed as hard as I could, and in the end it worked out. I'm still happy with it.
It definitely was a great last lap. Yeah, we saw the advantage of the softs on the intermediates of, for example, Sandra or Michael Marlowe. But in the security win. Next round we are heading to Japan. How are you around Japan?
It's not my favourite track. Obviously, it will depend on what car I'm in next week. It probably isn't going to be the best one because I won. But we'll just have to wait and see, really.
Okay, then I wish you good luck for next week, and yeah, congratulations again.
Thank you.
Kevin,
that would lead to Jared then.
Yep. Good.
Do we have you, Jared?
Yeah, I'm alive, and
there you go. And I'm sure happy from a P2 then. So obviously your race, you started within the top 10, went for the softs. Obviously in the end there was rain coming. We weren't completely sure. The clouds seemed that they would probably come. But did you expect a podium at all today?
To be honest, going back on path, completely no, because no wet practice at all, just dries. And I thought, well, I should be up there in the Ferrari today, so give it a go. And with the rain kicking in, I'm not going to say the perfect time, but when it did kick in with the safety car, thinking VSC helped me out. But today I thought Sanjay would have won because he was setting some good pace in practice sessions, doing low 30s, and I thought he would have had it today, but unfortunately he had a bit of mishap in quali, which was a shame for him. But he did a good recovery drive, and I can't fault him for that, even with a few hooligans, as I should say, a bit silly on the wheel. But today I wasn't really expecting what I got, but I'm over the moon. You know, it's proven that I'm quick on pad, and I'm staying pad now, and it's time to kick up a gear. If I don't win the title this season, I'll be a challenger. Next season, I am going for it again and reclaiming my crown. But good race pace overall.
Yes, indeed. And at the end, obviously you were gifted the lead of the race after lead pitting. I do have to ask, how were your tyres? Did you think your tyres could make it to the end? Was anyone else saying that maybe the tyres couldn't make it?
Well, basically everyone said my tyres weren't making it because on lap 25 they were 80. So, on the literally the last corner, it went to 91, like on the last lap, and I was just praying if I get a punch now and I lose this position because of a puncher, it costs me in Brazil, which Tim knows about. I wasn't having it again, so I literally just coursed that car as much as I could, and thankfully it didn't blow. So, but yeah, again, as I said, I'm happy to be second. Lee just did a good strategy call, and I tried to hold him, but as soon as it went dry, his inters were dead. I couldn't hold anymore. As you saw, I was defending the line, but just too much of my pace with that lucky Irish Lee Kelly. But GG to him, and also GG Sondre with the recovery drive, and it's good to be up in the podium with these two amazing drivers, and hopefully I can have another podium with these two again.
And yeah, last question really then. Did you think the win was possible when you initially saw Lee pit, or did you think the softs would be good enough that he'd make up that time? Initially, that is.
The first plan when I saw him pit, I thought, well, if Sondre, Michael Moll, and Neil can just hold him a tiny bit, I've got a chance. But no, as I said, as soon as those weren't working on the slicks, like tread, they were just shot. It was basically like Turkey, where people's inters were basically bald. Basically, that's what my car felt like. It was just shocking on the corners, as you saw I was lifting. But no, I didn't think I could win after like turn 3 when I saw he was catching a second corner. So.
Okay then. Then next week, of course, Japan being second, you're probably not going to be in a Ferrari, but feeling good for it?
Oh yeah, I'm feeling good for it. I'm probably not going to probably have Tori because I'm not in the championship fight. I'm quite a way off, but you know, anything can happen. As the first race back and from the break, and I get a podium. So you know, anything can happen. I could win the race at Japan, but the only person I want to beat, and I've said this when I was in F2, is Sondre. That's my main objective. So hopefully I can have a bit more rivalry this time at Japan, and hopefully we can have a nice little fight.
Okay, congratulations on your P2 and good luck for next week.
Thank you very much.
Okay, then we have our P3 sitter of today. It's Sondre Sorog. Massive congratulations and what a drive. You started after, like, if I get right, your bottle in the quali. Started last, through your race, you fighted through the field. I think you dropped back at one point, a few positions, but in the end you got P3. Massive respect to this drive.
Well, first of all, thank you. And yeah, plan wasn't really to start last today. As Jared said, I did some good laps in quali, and going into quali, I was pretty sure I was going to get P2 behind Lee, that is. I saw what he did in quali, so. And then we saw the rain, so I was thinking about going on mediums, and so I wouldn't have been starting as high up as Lee. But I would have definitely started higher up. Then in the race, I was working my way a little up, and then a torpedo by the name of Brandon Glover decided to just run me right off track.
Forgot all about it.
Set me back a little.
Yeah, a small
me-
thing. I was at that point. I was mentioning that Brandon would probably like these conditions, and then it happened straight after. So
Yeah.
that might be my bad.
Yeah, so that lost me about, I can't remember, I think it lost me like 3 or 4 positions and about 5 seconds, give or take, which was really annoying, especially thinking about the fact that if it weren't for that incident, I feel like maybe I could have been in Lee's position right now, as my inters really didn't feel that bad at the end, as I was one of the people pitting when we had the safety car. So I was 4 lap fresher, and my inters didn't really feel that bad, except for the fact that, well, it was dry. But yeah, at the end, still after the horrible quality incident, and then also getting shafted by Mr. Glover during the race, to recover back to P3 was quite satisfying. Although I have to say it is frustrating sitting behind some people sometimes.
Okay, if I checked right, you're now the guy with the most podiums, and you're definitely closing in on the lead of Rocco Welch in the championship. Do you think with 4 rounds to go, you could be a challenger for the title?
Wait, am I the guy with most podiums?
Yeah, until this one is adding you 3, and you're the driver
Something
with the
is wrong.
most. Yeah, you're the driver with the most podiums except of a win.
Well, I don't know. The AlphaTauri today was quite good. It had good straight line speed, and wasn't too bad in the corner. So like, it gave me a good shot. But next week in Japan, then I'll probably be having a worse car. So I don't think I'll be sitting here again then. But I don't know. Initially, my hope is to fight for the constructor and help my teammate to the driver's title. However, that is didn't go completely to plan today, but next week, I don't know. Top 10?
Everything's possible. Yeah, then I wish you for next week the best of luck, and for the rest of the season as well.
Thank you.
Kevin, you have something to add?
No, not really, no.
Okay, then we're finished for today.
I did look, so it's possible that Suntrade might end up in either Williams or Haas. It just kind of depends how the points
Yeah.
work out for other people.
Could be the case. So yeah. Then that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Make sure to check out the other tiers on Saturday, F1 at 6 p.m. UK time, and Sunday 4:30 p.m. F2 and F3. And we see us next Wednesday at 8 p.m. for round 8 around Japan. Until then, stay safe. Goodbye.